Welcome back, Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So today I've got a special interview I want to share with you. I interviewed Christopher Wirth a while ago from No Quit Living. I've had this for a while, but I'm finally able to get it out to you. And over the next little while, I'm going to share different parts of our interview because, number one, I just love talking with Chris. We've had some great conversations. I love talking to him about mindset and his whole philosophy with his company of No Quit Living. And we've had some great conversations, and I really am excited to share those with you. Today, what I want to share is a conversation we had around mental strength, mindset, and how people build that. And so I'm going to turn it over to that conversation, and I'll be back in a minute.
So just to start off, because I talked so much about mindset and, mental strength and those things, I just want to get your thoughts on it to begin with. Talk about mindset, mental strength, and not only the need for it, but how does someone go about increasing their mental strength and their mindset and creating a powerful mindset?
That's a fantastic question. And I think the one thing that I've realized is both of those are just like a muscle. And what I mean by that is you can strengthen them, you can elongate them, you can stretch them. And I think it's something that people don't understand in regards to the value of putting time and effort into your mindset and your mental perspective, how you approach things, how you prepare for things. And I think the one thing I've realized over the last few years, just with my podcast as well as my company, is so many people spend so much time and effort really trying to improve themselves, their mental strength, their mental capacity, but more so how they go about doing things from a mental perspective, whether it's preparing for a sales meeting, whether it's preparing for a game, whether it's preparing for an opponent, or whether it's just preparing for your day. And I think the value of that, especially during this pandemic, people underestimate the advantage you give yourself if you really put time and effort into it. And my analogy of a muscle is something that I think people don't realize. They say, well, I'm not really that mentally strong, or, I don't really understand it. And I always flip the script and say, well, what about if you took 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day to really try to just make little improvements? And when you break things down, I think, into bite-sized pieces, you reverse engineer something. That's when people all of a sudden adapt to it differently and say, well, I hadn't thought about it that way. And I think if we could all kind of flip the script on it a little bit, I think we'd all realize that it's a muscle that we all can strengthen and improve if we focus on it.
Awesome. And I completely agree with you. And it's like any muscle. If you just ignore it, it's going to atrophy. And, when you put some focus into it, you can do some amazing things there.
Now, hey, thanks, Chris. Love that. I really love the idea of looking at it as a muscle, that just like any muscle, as we work on it, as we strengthen it, we can build it. And so I think that's something that hopefully from these podcasts and the different things we're doing, that's what all our listeners are doing, is doing the things necessary to strengthen and build their mental strength, their mindset, everything they need to do to achieve the goals and things that they want to accomplish. And again, of course, check out mindset.jeffhaggie.com, and there's definitely some tools that we have that are going to really help you to develop that powerful mindset and help you achieve the goals that you truly want. Now, one of the other things I want to do is make sure that you can follow Chris, that you can catch him wherever he is and follow him on social media, his website, his podcast, everything. So just before I go, I'm going to turn that back over to him and let him tell you where you can follow him.
I appreciate that. So the podcast is titled No Quit Living. You can find that, as I said, anywhere you listen to podcasts. The website is noquitliving.com. We're most active on Instagram. It's no_quit_living. And I give out my personal email address all the time. I love connecting with people. That's how you and I connected from a common friend we have. And it's chris@noquitliving.com. And I just love connecting with people because what I've realized is that we all have our no quit story, and we've all gotten knocked down. And I want to learn from people, and I want to connect with people, how they got up, why they got up, but what led them to come back as a better, stronger, or more intellectual version of themselves.